Welcome back, students. Playing with logarithm inequalities is not that easy. So here in this part we will be learning the simple concept in logarithm inequality so that it becomes easy to solve the questions. So let's start. Students, we are already aware about logarithm functions. Let's see how do we handle logarithm inequalities. Now when I talk about logarithm inequalities, we have logarithm inequalities in two forms. Now before going in detail, let's first of all understand what is logarithm function. Suppose I take logarithm function as log n to the base a. Now whenever I am solving any logarithm inequality, the three conditions that I will always be taking in concern are this number n should always be greater than 0. This base a should be greater than 0 and it should never be equal to 1. Any inequality we are solving, definitely we will be solving it by some method, but these three are the basic conditions that we should always be taking care of. Now let's discuss form number 1. Now I am taking a case wherein I have log gx and base is fx, because now either you can have your base as fixed number or some function in x. Similarly, you can have this number n also as a function in x. So let's see what are the conditions that can be imposed in the question. I can have a question wherein log gx to the base fx is greater than equal to 0, or log gx to the base fx is less than equal to 0, or log gx to the base fx is greater than equal to a some number, and log fx to the base gx less than equal to a. So let's see how do we handle each case properly. The first case. Now we have to be very much careful, students, that this base is what? Okay, if this base is fx lies between 0 and 1, as we have seen that can never be equal to 1. So we have to check whether it is lying on which side of unity, on left hand side or right hand side. This is very important. Okay, if it is lying on left hand side, that is it is lying from 0 to 1, then whenever we are operating log inequalities, we always change the sign of inequality. So this is greater than equal to, so this becomes gx greater than equal to would become less than equal to, and here it would be fx raised to the power 0. So this becomes gx less than equal to 1. Let's take the next case. If I say here fx is greater than 1, in that case sign of inequality will not change, so gx will be greater than equal to 1. So in each case you just have to be careful about the base, that's all. Here also I have to be careful about fx, so I will be making it in two ways. Okay, if fx is lying between 0 and 1, and if fx is greater than 1. If fx is lying between 0 and 1, so I will say gx sign of inequality will change greater than equal to 1. And here sign of inequality would remain same, so gx less than equal to 1. Just a simple funda. And here also again I'll take the two cases when fx is lying between 0 and 1 and fx is greater than 1. When fx is lying between 0 and 1, I'll say gx sign of inequality would reverse, greater than equal to would become less than equal to, and here I'll say fx raised to the power a. And here when I say fx greater than 1, sign of inequality remains the same, greater than equal to fx raised to the power a. And similarly we can operate the last case also in the similar way. If fx is lying between 0 and 1 and fx is greater than 1. If fx is lying between 0 and 1, in that case sign of inequality would become greater than equal to, here it would remain same, less than equal to. Let's take the next form, form number 2, and its various cases. Now the first case is when I say I have two logarithm functions. Here I have gx and here I am having g dash x. Okay. Now students, you have to be careful here. I cannot just cancel my log functions from both these sides, right? It just appears that we should say that here gx should be greater than g dash x, but this is not always true. We have to take care of, again, about fx. Okay, so how we will take care? If fx is lying between 0 and 1, and if fx is greater than 1. So if fx is lying between 0 and 1, okay, so in that case definitely I can say that gx will be reversing this sign, less than equal to g dash x. When fx is greater than 1, in that case I will say this remains same, so gx greater than equal to g dash x. This is how we take the second form. Okay, if it is less than equal to, even in that case, if it is less than equal to, even in that case we will be following the same method. Again I will take care about fx. If fx lies between 0 and 1, or fx is greater than 1, if it is lying between 0 and 1, sign of inequality will get reversed. So less than equal to would become greater than equal to, and fx is greater than 1, in that case it won't change. So gx less than equal to g dash x. So this is how we can take care about these logarithm inequalities. Now let's solve some questions so that it would be more clear. So I'll take the first case wherein I say that log 5x minus 1 greater than equal to 0 and base is 1 by 3. As soon as you start solving this question, always be aware that whenever you have logarithm inequality, students should first of all take care about this number and base, because base is already greater than 0, not equal to 1, so I don't have to talk about it. But this number and 5x minus 1 should always be positive. This is something that we always have to keep in mind. Okay, so this gives me 5x minus 1 greater than 0, or x should be greater than 1 by 5. Now let us solve this inequality, because my base is less than 1. Okay, so you can see that since base is lying between 0 and 1, the sign of inequality will change. Okay, I'll say it will be reversed. Okay, so I can say that 5x minus 1 less than equal to 1 by 3 raised to the power 0. Okay, so this gives me 5x minus 1 less than equal to 1, or x less than equal to 2 by 5. Okay, so here I get the complete solution. Here I have greater than equal to, so my complete solution would be 1 by 5 to 2 by 5. This is included and this is not included. So this is how we can solve it. Now suppose I say in the same question, if I am putting this base as, suppose, greater than 1. Suppose here I am putting base as 2 and the same equation 5x minus 1 greater than 0. So in this case definitely I will be saying 5x minus 1 greater than 0 when I will solving this inequality. Now base is greater than 0, it is 2, it is greater than 1, sign of inequality would be same. So 5x minus 1 greater than 2 raised to the power 0. So 5x minus 1 greater than 1, or I have x greater than 2 by 5. So here I have x less than 1 by 5 and here x greater than 1 by 5. So union of this would be, one is this, another is 2, this. So intersection would be this region. So final answer would be 2 by 5 to infinity. So this is how we handle these kind of inequalities. Let's take one more illustration. Now here students, I have base which is greater than 1. Okay, already here my base is greater than 1 and you have the inequality x square minus 4x plus 3 less than equal to 1. When I am solving this kind of inequality, again I have to be careful that this number n should be greater than 0, the first condition. So x minus square minus 4x plus 3 should be greater than 0. So let's solve this inequality. This is one inequality that I am going to solve. The other kind of inequality would be, because this base is already greater than 1. So base greater than 1. So I will say that sign of inequality remains same. Okay. So when I will be moving 8 on the right hand side, putting as 8 raised to the power 1, this becomes x square minus 4x plus 3. less than equal to 8 only. So here I will be solving x square minus 4x minus 5 less than equal to 0. So let's solve the two inequalities and get the final answer. So this will give me x minus 1, x minus 3 greater than 0. So I will plot the critical points 1 and 3. Here and here will be my solution. Okay, x square minus 4x minus 5. Okay, so this would give me x plus 1 and x minus 5 less than equal to 0. So solutions between minus 1 and 5. So let us plot them on the same number line, and here these 2 points will be included. Okay, so 1, 3, minus 1 and 5. Okay, so in one I had the solution, this one and this one, and another I have minus 1, sorry, in this direction minus 1 to 5. Okay, so you can see the intersection region, this is my intersection region and this is my intersection region, where minus 1 is included and 5 is also included. So I will write like this, minus 1 comma 1 union 3 comma 5, because 5 and 1 both of them are included. Okay, so we can just show it like this, this is included and this is also included. So when you will representing this solution, there is a rectangular bracket before minus 1 and after 5. So this is how we can solve this logarithm inequality. So students, I hope now you realized that logarithm inequality is not that tough, but this was just the beginning. Because here the base was not having any polynomial function, it was some constant value. For this to understand when base is polynomial function, just stay tuned with me for the next part. Have a nice day. Thank you.